That's Mac.
It looks like Mac, yeah.
Why has he got a sign with Mac on it? What?
Oh, holy moly.
Oh. Do you know what? But talking about a game prediction here. This is most likely going to be incredibly close. I think it will be very, very back and forth. But you know what? My prediction for the score. I'm gonna give it to Chucklevision 2-1.
I'm gonna give it to memes for the win. 2-0.
Ooh.
So
there's some discrepancy.
I think Chucklevision will put up the fight, but I think the powers that be will allow the Ultiduo mains to succeed at their best sport.
I mean, Tomas and Matthes are a pretty devastating ulti combo, and Matthes' DM is actually fucking nuts. So he could just completely style on them. But we'll have to see the game to see. It's hard to predict this actually. It's quite hard. I don't know, because it could actually it could go either way, I reckon. But we will. Because at heart I'm a Brit, so I hope that Chucklevision takes it. You know.
That's the reason why you hope they take it.
Ultiduo's coming home. But yeah, again, it could go either way. And
they've decided on a map.
Yeah, Ultiduo, Koth Ultiduo, the classic. See now, this kind of changes things actually, because if it was on Baloo, then I think it'd be different. But seeming as it's on Koth Ulti, SynciNG might have the upper hand on this one.
Alright, so we've got people in the chat who are betting body parts now on who's going to win this, as Autocrab has predicted that he bets his left foot 2-0 for this.
Ooh.
I'll go with a kidney. Kidney 2-0 this.
I have the tools necessary in my shed to make this a legit thing. So, you know.
Let's go.
I have black market contacts. I could do with those.
Organ Harvest Esports.
Yep.
Black market esports. Well, I feel like
welcome to the Welcome to Vis's Ultiduo tournament, sponsored by Black Market Organ Harvesters.
Speaking about sponsors, Krokit, this tournament is gladly sponsored by the Manco store, who are not black market traders. They will sell you stuff for TF2. And also, I think they sell stuff for CS:GO as well, but don't quote me on that. But it is a very safe way of selling. It's a bit like marketplace.tf, where you can sell your items for real world currency, or you can buy items for real world currency, and they will send it straight to your inventory. And it's all clean. It's all very easy to use, and yeah, I would go check them out if you're a trader main like me and you feel like you want to get some hats. So yeah, that's the sponsor. So they're powering this tournament. That's the reason why we're able to do all this stuff, and why we're able to actually, have round the clock prizes for these tournaments, is because they fund everything. So thank you to those guys.
Thank you, Saxton.
Thanks, Saxton Hale, for everything you've done.
Thank you for donating your left bicep to fund this tournament.
We do actually have SynciNG and Vis in the server. They are ready to go already.
Tomas are in spec.
SynciNG is in a spot in the map I didn't even know you could go to, which is in the ceiling.
Oh, you didn't know that you could walk on all that?
I didn't actually know that you can actually get up there.
Oh. That's
yeah, you learn new things every day.
Imagine if Quick Fix was allowed, and your combo could just sit up top.
Oh, jeez.
Or just abandon your medic and just leave.
You know what would not be interesting? Vaccinate your Ultiduo.
Oh, that would just...
That would suck. That
would
would
really
suck
suck.
all
I
of
mean,
the
you
fun.
have a rocket launcher and a shotgun, but like the fights would be like so slow.
SynciNG is doing his normal thing of farming his strangers in the pre-game.
You've got to.
Yeah, I mean, are you really a soldier main if you're not farming your rocket launcher kills in the pre-game, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Now, going back to the point I was saying earlier, is now that it's on Cult Ultiduo, just because of like just because of how much like SynciNG and Vis play Ultiduo and like played together and like how previous tournament results have gone, I feel like I feel like this is more likely to go SynciNG and Vis's favor now, just
Yeah.
because this map is more about map knowledge, playing the positioning, not getting caught in the corner, making sure you try and like you know when you get those high damage rockets, like when to push. But I'm still gonna stick with my original score, just so there's some sort of balance. I'm gonna stick with my gods and go Matthes and Thomas winning it 2-1. But we'll have to see. We'll have to see who really is the ultimate duo.
Uh, yeah. I get the sneaky suspicion that Thomas and Matthes are pooing themselves about fighting these two, and rightly so. They are going against the people who we seeded to be probably the best combo in the tournament.
Definitely grand finals.
Yeah.
Like, I still think. I mean, the chances are they will probably win this matchup. I mean, it's very likely that they will. It's less likely that Matthes and Thomas will win it. They could, but it's
But
less
it's
likely.
less likely that they're going to go
but-
down without a fight.
Oh, it's gonna be a pretty crazy game to watch either way. And the last time we saw SynciNG and Vis play, it was a very, very unfair, one-sided match. So now that they have a much stronger combo playing against them, they'll have to bring out the try-hard strats.
Yeah. Absolutely. I mean, they've decided that they wanted to choose this map because they want the heavy 1v1. And I feel like this will do them favors, because when you're when you respawn on this map and they're capping out the point, they have to stay on the low ground, so you have that spam advantage, which which could assist them here, because they'll have something to work with even if they're at a disadvantage. That's what I'm trying to get at.
Yeah, it's very true. Like, I mean, Matthes and Thomas did pick this map, so they must have some confidence on it in order to say that they specifically want to play this. So you never know. You never know how. Honestly, I actually don't know which way this could go. Like,
This could go either way, to be honest.
like I don't know. There's a lot of factors that are going to go into into who could win this matchup. But one thing I will say is I reckon Vis will be quite key in SynciNG winning this, because Vis knows how to play medic in ulti. He's a very confident medic. He's got good arrows, and he seems to always know when to push the other soldier, even though it's like, you know, it's less of a factor in this map than blue, but you know,
Oh,
Vis has got some strong medic mechanics, so.
we are seeing this game take place. We do have both teams readied up, and we are going, Krokit. They are out the gates currently, and they are on their way. This is the upper bracket semi-final between Thomas and Matthes versus SynciNG and Vis, Mutants for the win, versus Crunch Esports. So we are go. Thomas getting very low, nice and early. SynciNG is hitting some nice rockets, trying to get as much damage as he can onto Matthes. They are already on the point, starting the cap. Looks like they are going to drop down now onto the point to try and stop this. Vis taking a rocket himself. Thomas is now healed up from the regen. Does unfortunately go down to the rockets of SynciNG. Vis with a lovely surf there, managing to get away from the shotgun of Matthes there, and he is now trying to cap out the point with the assistance of the soldier. Does get arrowed there by Thomas, unfortunately, Krokit.
Yeah, honestly, Yeah, Tomas going down, but Vis also going down as well. So both medics are traded. SynciNG does have a buff, but Matthes is taking that away very quickly. But yeah, I think that initial engagement came down to the fact that Matthes dropped to the floor and sort of abandoned Tomas to just like run down the ramp while SynciNG was looking right at him, allowing him to get him weak and then just keeping up that pressure because obviously Matthes had a weak medic. And now we're just seeing a pretty standard spam fight on the bridge, seeing who can get the high damage rockets, who can juggle each other off, who will get the advantage in this fight. SynciNG does get forced to the ground, which is honestly not ideal when you have the point control, because it makes it very hard to sort of win the long game.
Yeah.
And Math is eventually spamming down the medic, so SynciNG has to probably gonna try and go for Tomas, opts not to block, waiting for him to jump up.
Oh, nice shot there coming up from SynciNG.
There's a lot of damage.
There's lots of damage. He's just waiting for Vis to respawn. Vis does respawn, and he is now starting to get the heals. He does have the critical. Oh my god, Vis with two lovely directs. Straight onto Tomas, takes him out. Matthes down low, and Vis does get the source, so they now have some Uber to work with. They have 57, or 60% now on their beam. So it looks like they are going to cap this one out, and they are going to not rotate. They're going to sit lower, and they do want to rotate. Oh no, they don't. They don't rotate. They sit there. They don't really know what they're doing at the minute. Maybe panicking a little bit. But Red Team are starting to cap at this point. They are just having a bit of a spam fest right now. This is up to 95% Uber. They are just dueling it out. SynciNG goes down. Vis on 99% Uber. Oh no, what's he going to do? Does land it down to Matthes and does not die to the next rocket, but does get directed. 99% Uber. Unfortunate there.
Yeah, honestly, like, very clutch by Matthes to get that final blow on SynciNG so that it's left with the 1v1. Pretty lucky timing, honestly, that Vis did not get that Uber for them. Tomas getting a nice surf, just dodging around the soldier. And now SynciNG and Vis once again are forced to play that low ground. SynciNG sort of trying to jump up, but just sort of unable to get anything. Matthes trying to commit onto Vis here. End up getting more damage on SynciNG, but both players on red alone. Vis wins the 1v2.
Vis picks up the ball there. Jesus.
Yeah.
Tomas got two swords, and if he got another sword, he would have been able to get Uber. But oh, Matt straight into. Oh my god, what an arrow from Tomas! That was absolutely insane. He's now low on the point, however. Just down to 18.
It's necessary.
It's necessary. Oh, this does take down Tomas' revenge right there. Matthes still alive. SynciNG kills himself on Matthes' face. And takes that one, but this is now in a 1v1 versus Tomas. Matthes has respawned. Tomas wins that one. Ooh, some fantastic gameplay. Very competitive here.
Yeah, Tomas honestly keeping this pretty close. Like he's actually playing pretty clutch and playing pretty smart. Interesting that he decided to rush this when he was outside of the shutter door, but it worked out for him. He got the arrow Ubersaw combo on him. And now this doesn't mean that they've capped once again, but Tomas left by himself, and SynciNG does the fast bomb onto him. And now Matthes is just left up top with no heals. He's just going to try and get some spam off, delay them from jumping up, and wait for his medic. So not too much was lost there, except that like SynciNG and Vis do have the cap advantage. So Matthes and Tomas forced to play the point, try and equalize this, and Vis gets caught in the corner, cannot surf anywhere, it's just bounced up and down. And now the situations have been swapped out, and Matthes with a nice rocket jumping up there. Yeah. And now with the positioning and health advantage and the cap time, let's see if they can equalize this clock.
Yeah, this has been a one to watch so far. They are managing to get the clock down very slowly, but Blue team are in the lead right now, just rockets being traded between both soldiers as Vis going for the aggressive arrows rather than getting the beam out, but they do drop down onto the point now. SynciNG getting a rocket as he comes down, unfortunately does get a double directed. Vis unfortunately missing an arrow. Tomas coming in with the swords. Unfortunately SynciNG kills himself on the barrier there, on the pillar. He did not see that one coming. The pillars come out of nowhere, man.
Matthes' rockets right there were so accurate, so well placed.
Woo!
Oh, and
Tomas drops to Vis!
Vis drops the medic. He's 35 HP. Can Matthes get the kill before SynciNG arrives? He can.
But he's one.
Oh,
Oh,
that
he's
was
one.
so
Oh, there you go.
unfortunate.
He's dead. Sinking
They-
very low right now. Can Thomas land this arrow? Oh no.
Uh,
Oh no, you've made a mistake. Oh.
Oh. But it's fine because they get fast spawns because they're just capped. So
Yeah, they have managed to run the clock down to 2 minutes 44, so they've managed to knock a whole minute off that clock. So good job from the red team right there, as blue team have now recapped this one. So swinging back into the blue team's favour right now. They do seem to have the heal advantage and the point advantage. So Matthes has got to pull it out his butt right now because this is on 75% Uber Crockett.
yeah, just electing to drop onto the point. SynciNG trying to get some rockets on the medic. He's gonna wait. Just wait a second, get some spam off, see if he can get some rockets before he drops down. He finally decides to. Matthes brought really low, but he is also getting some good damage, but
This
it's
is
not enough to
movement.
kill SynciNG. And
Yeah,
this pushing everything.
Yeah, Tomas went in on this there, but this just sidestepped him completely. There was nothing. Oh my god,
Oh!
SynciNG! What a rocket! That was insane!
Oh boy. Yeah, this is what we came to expect when watching these teams play. Like, that air shot was nuts.
That was ridiculous. And he shotguns down Tomas as well in cold blood. Matthes is pissed.
King
He
Wee.
is coming in. Okay, they've now popped the super, and we have a pause.
I think it is, yeah, because mine's up at the same time.
Oh, right.
Honestly, like, fairly close, despite what the time might say. Oh, the time's ticking down even though it's paused. Oh.
Okay, oh no, we're back! Oh, they both kill binded. Okay!
Well, oh, the clock's now stopped, I guess, because it's waiting for it to catch
Yeah,
up,
it's
and now
catching up.
people are skidding about on my screen. Excellent.
Everyone is now. Oh my god, what a rocket from SynciNG! Tomas dropping onto the point there, gets directed. Oh, and he directs Matthes as well. Just takes him completely out there as he tries to jump up to the high ground. Incredible from SynciNG. He's such a god on this soldier.
Yeah, like, Matthes and Tomas coming out of opposite doors. trying to get out of spawn.
Oh
Like,
no.
it was looking so close before, but like now SynciNG is just completely dominating this side, and it doesn't look hopeful because SynciNG and this, they do have the Uber to play with, and the clock is down to the last 7 seconds. This looks like round 1 to SynciNG and this.
Yeah, they have
Not
actually
the most surprising result, but it was a good game because Matthes kept it very, Matthes and Tomas gave a good showing and like kept it very close. So if they switch up some stuff for the next map, they could bring this SynciNG timing out, I guess.
Looks a little bit like it.
Oh, well, the round's not over yet, but you know. Oh, I guess.
Here's where the pause.
Oh,
is
that
then.
was where the
Okay.
pause was. Okay,
Alright.
that makes sense. Alright.
So now red team have to. Okay, they have Uber because they've built Uber on the pause.
Yeah.
But they've popped that one out now. So now it'll be even. Tomas is low, so all they have to do is jump out, kill the medic, which is what it looks like this is SynciNG's trying to do. Although he drops down. Okay, he is now onto the medic. Does take him out. Matthes, however, does kill Vis. Vis just kill binds because Matthes hasn't taken any damage. Tomas is respawning there 2 seconds. SynciNG is already up, and so is Vis now. And they do. Okay, that is it. SynciNG has now sync bombed into Matthes' face, and it looks as if they're going to recap this one. And that is it. Game 1 over, Crockett.
Yeah, that was nothing to worry about from their side. They had 2 minutes to play with. They just had to kill Matthes and Tomas once cap and just win the first round. But I think if they could switch shit up, they could claw around back. It was very close at the beginning there.
Oh, okay.
From Matthes, and yeah, just wins the spam battle.
Wins the spam battle. Very dominant there, actually. Didn't hardly got any damage off, but Matthes just lands the rocket onto this, despite his attempts at surfing. SynciNG. Oh my god, nice rocket from Matthes right there. And SynciNG is very low, going off his toe. Oh my god, Tomas only just misses. It like scraped his earlobe, I swear.
Yeah, that arrow was mad close. Couple more degrees, and then he would have got the kill. But Still no cap time from either team. Still could go either way, but the health advantage is with sinking, bringing Matthes low, and
Okay, this
with the
coming in with
combo
the
of a
extra
rocket
damage.
and an arrow,
Oh!
and yep, robs it. But yeah, that was a close first fight. Was at least you know, was a pretty neutral battle. Now we just got to try and see Matthes and Thomas taking back the point. It's a spam battle, gets an arrow on the medic, so that's something to work off of if Matthes wants to keep spamming, but he doesn't like to drop to the point.
Yeah,
And once
Thomas.
again, gonna see SynciNG Abyss just delaying a bit. Decide to drop down now?
Yeah, what they're doing
but-
here is they're softening up Thomas before they drop down onto the point. Now, okay, they pop the U and instantly killbind. But what they like to
Yes.
do is they like to drop down to the point once they soften up Thomas in the background, because that way they can drop down, start shooting a few rockets at Matthes, and then swap targets and kill Thomas, and then he's dead. Okay, so
Yeah,
yeah,
it's just-
fluffing a rocket there as well.
Abyss is just dancing around them.
Okay.
Thomas, 7 HP, can he live?
Matthes is trying to get onto SynciNG. SynciNG does manage to dispatch him. SynciNG is down to 80 health right now. Thomas down to 5. Oh my god, okay, he just killed one. Good job. But
Oh no.
this is an incredibly even matchup right here.
Yeah, honestly, yeah, it's still so close in the beginning here, but it was the same story the last round, and then SynciNG just took the lead and did not give him any leeway to get back into the game. Let's see if he can replicate that. Again, he's softening them up, getting some spam rockets, making it so that he has more of a buff, just more health to work with. He is getting some very good rockets, but Matthes is doing more damage, but
SynciNG.
in the-
Oh, nice.
but this comes in, I think, gets a couple of arrows, saw, and that's it for them.
Dead. To say the
Basically,
least. Yeah.
they're getting, and like Matthes and Thomas are only getting like scrapings of time on the board at the moment. They need to try and extend how much they cap. Honestly, I think a big factor of that is Vis is just getting Ubers before him because he's playing aggressive. He's getting those Uber swords, which means they have more Ubers to work with when they need to defend.
Yeah, it's a good job that he's doing that. Also, we have to say as well that SynciNG could have died in the last one if they'd allowed Thomas to get another arrow. But this came in with a saw, sawed him, and then they had enough damage with the shotgun after that to finish him off. But we do see SynciNG go down there as Vis is currently still alive, so we might see a jump out Matthes once they cap this point out onto Vis. But they have now recapped the point. 4 minutes 20 now ticking down, 3 minutes on the clock for the blue team. To win this one, but we are just going to see another skirmish take place right now as SynciNG has dropped down onto the point. Matthes getting incredibly low. An arrow coming out from Thomas to heal him up. Unfortunately misses the second one. This coming out with the also aggressive arrows, but SynciNG now getting incredibly low, and he goes in with the swords. This is in, and Matthes goes down there as he does killbind. Well played from Vista. He now has Uber.
Yeah, like honestly, Vis played really well there to sort of distract Matthes from shooting at SynciNG, because SynciNG was like 22 HP, but he then just became focused on Vis, and Vis ended up getting the frag anyway. But Vis not really keeping hold of his Ubers, like not really able to surf away from him. So once they get the Uber, they usually just pop it off pretty quickly afterwards. Getting the Ubers is still buying them time, but they could be extending it a little bit if they, hit a nice surf, which, could happen. But right now, Matt is trying to push. There is a trade of soldiers. Now, once again, we're seeing a good old medic fight, and it's, ooh, just hitting the arrow though.
Well, this is now on. We're seeing the same story as last time. He now has the Uber. 16 health! Oh, no.
Hits Thomas and Spawn as well.
Oh no, he is down to 40 health right now. If one rocket comes his way, he has to pop immediately, and this is killbind. Incredible. Well played from Vis there to pop out that Uber and not dropping, even though the soldier was out of his POV. He knew the rocket was coming his way. It looks like we have got another spam fest coming out right now. This is currently down to half health, so he's nice and softened up, as Matthes only just misses a rocket there onto his feet. But they are currently on the point. They are going to cap this one out. We may see the blue team start to drop down, but Matthes with a fake, actually. He jumps up on top of the point and is now getting shotgunned to death, and SynciNG nearly misses some shotgun shells there, and nearly doesn't kill Matthes. But lots of cap time on that point there, Krokit.
Yeah, they just need to drop down and try and touch it and then force SynciNG to go forward. But they go out on opposite sides and Thomas is caught. Interesting play there. Not really. They're not really giving themselves too many opportunities to get back into the game. And Matthes just gets denied, completely denied by this.
This
And then once
is
again,
insane. What are you gonna do against this medic? He just saws
Yeah,
you off the point. He's like, get away from my soldier. Go on, get lost. Just saws him onto the low ground.
Yeah, he's just like, no, you're not winning this. Like, just get down.
Yeah, we're probably going to see an Uber pop coming out from SynciNG and Vis right now, as they do both pop and then they both kill Bind for the faster respawns. So, so Vis does the whole trick of swapping mediguns and then swapping back to retain what Uber he had. So he's currently on 50%. So they still have that Uber advantage. So well played from Vis there to keep that one going. We are going to see another fight take place as Red Team have now dropped down onto the point. SynciNG coming in with a block, but unfortunately does not manage to block all of the cap. Thomas is in and doesn't get anything done as he gets 2 hit by SynciNG, and SynciNG kills Matthes with another rocket. So Vis now has his Uber and they have 12 seconds left to cap this one out. So they can just get down to 5 seconds and pop the oops.
Yeah, this is basically it right here, I think. Like, they have the Uber to play with and they have the cap time. There's only 3 seconds left. Thomas suicided. Yeah, unfortunate, but my prediction went well out the window. And it's, you know, you were right. It's a swift 2-0.
Swift 2-0 indeed. That was an absolutely good game though. Matthes and Thomas put up a really good fight there. Against
It was a corker.
It was a corker against the Ultiduo combo that is SynciNG and Vis. What are you gonna do, man? You're against them.
Yeah, they just know how to play off of each other's like damage and like Vis. Again, like Vis just knows exactly when to push the other soldier or the other players and just get those super source swings in. And like Vis got so many Ubers that game as well. Like,
yeah.
He got a crazy amount more, like, just survived way more, and got more Ubersaurs. And so they just had way more to play with than, like, Matthes and Thomas. Like, Matthes and Thomas, like, even though they kept up the, they kept up, like, the cap time, they managed to win some pretty good engagements, but at the end of the day, like, they were just kind of always on the back foot for most of that. And is this a best of 3?
It is indeed a best of 3. I've been informed.
And it looks like they're going to Blue now, which I guess is Vis and SynciNG's pick now.
Yes, I think it is their map pick because Thomas won the heavy 1v1, so the decider will be that awesome logjam map if it comes to it. But we are now on MG Central.
Yep, and this is where I have my confidence in Matthes. Hitting those rockets, hitting those air shots, just denying SynciNG from getting top.
Yeah.
We will have to see, because obviously SynciNG's rockets are nothing to be dismissed either. He's got the DM to match. But also, this is Baloo. There's a nipple to play around, which is why this will be SynciNG's not SynciNG. This will be Vis's playground. Like this is the map for aggressive medics, because you just pop round the point when you know the other player just doesn't have stuff loaded, or if your soldier has like called really good damage, you just peekaboo around the corner and just whack him once and he's dead. So
it's because the
medics for medics to shine.
Yeah, the medics on the other team are always looking up at that like 45-degree angle towards the point. So often they don't catch the enemy medic popping down from around the point. So that can catch them out, which is why it's so good for aggressive medic plays, because they've always got that 45-degree angle they're going to be looking up at, and they're just going to get caught out. But Vis and Thomas incredibly good also.
Very easy as well.
Yeah,
like the sightline's blocked around when you're playing around that nipple. The sightline is blocked, so medics can push a lot easier than say something like Koth Ultiduo, where it's like very flat.
We are already in to game number 2, Krokit, of this upper bracket semi-final. If you want to take this one away from me, buddy.
Alright, we see Matthes getting denied by an arrow trying to jump up, and SynciNG just getting the spam off. Health is relatively even. Matthes just getting denied repeatedly. This was thinking about pushing, but like for Matthes and Thomas, they managed to get that spacing, but Thomas does die to spam, and yeah, that's that was just pretty decisive by SynciNG there. It hit on a lot of rockets and just denied Matthes about 3 times trying to get to that point. Doing the same thing again. Like, SynciNG's doing really well at staying on that high ground no matter what rockets Matthes throws at him. And, like, again, just keeping that pressure up by constantly spamming him on the floor. So far, very one-sided start.
I think that SynciNG is, he's well aware that a gold medal is on the line against Crunch. So he really needs to win this one for his team. So he is totally disrespecting them. When they're on the low ground, he's still shooting them. They have now popped out the super, so we should see the kill binds coming out from the red team right now. Although Matthes is actually staying alive, and they are going to scatter the spawns, unfortunately, there for Thomas, as he's now left alone in the spawn, waiting for his soldier as he does respawn, and they are going to have another fight take place. So, actually, Vis hitting another arrow, like you said before, onto him. Vis going in with a saw as well. Like you said, Crockett, aggressive medic plays coming out on this map.
Yep, this is where medics shine, and if it's Vis, he's gonna shine on this map. He's one of the better aggressive Ultiduo medics and showing his worth already, and Thomas getting slammed, getting directed, and it's just Matthes with a puny buff on top of the point, but Thomas does respawn and gets an Uber. The combo right there, Thomas being the saving grace for them in that engagement.
Yeah, absolutely incredible. Did not expect that one. Coming out from Thomas, he hits an arrow on Matthes on top of the point even though he's weak, and then flies in to land a few saws to get the damage that's required in order to take out the blue team. So well played from Thomas there. Medic play is all important on this map. Matthes getting very low right now as SynciNG is landing a bunch of rockets. The sightline is still there for Thomas, so he's landing all the arrows, lands 1, lands 2, and Matthes is getting incredibly low, lands a nice air shot onto SynciNG. It is now a medic duel to see who's going to win this one. Thomas has 78%, so if he lands 1 saw, that is it. He does not land the saw. Vis gets both saws in, and the medic goes down. Vis is up to 90% Uber, so it's going to look like Thomas and Co are going to have to go for that Uber drop or Uber force play.
I honestly, like, based on that last map, I mean, they got the force right there because, like, Matthes brought SynciNG so low that they were forced to pop. But honestly, on that last map, I would usually try to get the medic by, like, or get the force by bombing the medic first and then going for the soldier. I'm not sure what that play was. Like, I think Thomas just, like, ran forwards whilst Matthes was rocket jumping, and then Matthes got denied, like, juggled away, and then, like, SynciNG just, like, shotgun rockets, like, rocket shotgunned Thomas instantly. And they're basically just diving at the medic, trying to get this other force, but it's not it's getting denied. I didn't actually see that Vis got Uber again. I guess he swapped out the mediguns again.
Yeah, he swapped the mediguns again and kept the 50% charge on the mediguns. So we'll play from him. SynciNG getting thrown away right now as Vis does land the arrows. He has still got the sight line. SynciNG getting very low. Okay, they do pop the Uber. So well played from Vis there, catching SynciNG on his jump there with the Uber, but they are deciding not to kill bind on this one as Vis does pick up the frag, and Thomas does not want to get air shot today. He kill binds. That's a BM kill bind if I've ever seen one.
I mean, why not? You know, get into the head a little bit. There's not much else is going for them right now. Just getting mega denied by SynciNG. Like, SynciNG is just Matthes just can't touch him. SynciNG's just plucking them out the sky.
Here's the thing. Here's the play I was talking about before, where they go out separate doors and try and get some plays done, but they don't actually get anything done there, as they just get disorientated and lost as Matthes just gets cleaned up by SynciNG. Unfortunate, as Vis is now on 95% Uber and does land an arrow on Matthes, and also Matthes getting swept away from his medic once again. This is looking unfortunate, Crockett. Oh my god, he drops the Uber! Okay, so this could go well now. Matthes is currently on the point. They are starting to cap this one out. We may see a momentum swing come out. but SynciNG is straight in onto Matthes. No time to even catch his breath, although SynciNG does go down. He gets over aggressive. This is left alone out in the open as Thomas has managed to heal his soldier all the way up. SynciNG, his crit heals are gone as he is a rocket and an arrow coming out of that spawn door. SynciNG with a lovely rocket onto Matthes right there. Thomas getting very low as well. SynciNG is bringing the heat right now. He does not care. This with the arrows also to pick up Thomas. Well played from him. And Matthes now just stuck by the spawn door very low as SynciNG fluffs the jump and now goes for him and does dispatch of that soldier. So, oh my god.
It's just back and forth in these fights, but SynciNG just seems to end up getting the better of it, honestly, like managing to claw back all the disadvantages that they've been presented, and seems to always have the health advantage as well, just hitting those more accurate rockets. Right now though, SynciNG and Vis were separated because he had to surf to the corner, and Vis was still had to stay on the point because he had to block the cap time, but it just meant that the Matthes and Thomas could just clean him up and then just pick them off one by one. Fucking
God.
epic rocket!
Matthes absolutely destroys SynciNG in the air there. Holy poggers!
That was a beautiful shot.
That was a beautiful rocket.
Oh,
it's like dogfighting. Right
every soldier mate's dream
to hit those kinds of rockets. Jesus
Love
Christ. SynciNG and Vis are now on the low ground. There is they have time to play with, so this disadvantage that they've managed to unfortunately get with Thomas having a big old fat Uber advantage, as Thomas does go down to 13 health, and Matthes, he does take, okay, SynciNG takes him down. SynciNG needs to kill himself right now because he is too low and cannot rocket jump anymore. That Uber is now gone for Thomas, so now it is even again in terms of heals, but SynciNG back with the crit heals faster, and is now on top of the point starting the cap already, so he has that small advantage. But Matthes again! More rockets coming out here, just absolutely roasting SynciNG. Maybe he's found that breath of wind that he really needed.
Bringing the heat.
Yeah, bringing the heat! As SynciNG flies in now to say, get off my point, Matthes. This is mine. I wanna win this tournament, and you aren't stopping me. As he airshots the crap out of him. And okay, so this is now on to Thomas. Thomas with the arrow! He's insane! What are you gonna do? He's BMing you now. Come on, you have to kill him. You can't leave him alive. Oh my god. Matthes comes in and kills Vis as well. This is insane, Krokit. What is happening?
Oh, dude, that was just such a weird engagement. I just watched Vis like dancing around Thomas, trying to distract him so that SynciNG could just get the kill on Matthes who didn't have heals. But, like, yeah, that kind of happened. But Thomas just ended up picking off the soldier as soon as he was like on top of the point, like 30 HP.
No.
But it doesn't matter in the end because Matthes ends up weak. Only gets a sliver of cap time, and they could just bring that back. So again, it's looking pretty dire for Chuckle Vision. Unfortunately, my heroes, my dark horse, is the victory is slipping away.
Oh my god, Matthes with the
As I say that.
shotgun aim right there. Vis is now left alone, does not decide he wants to kill mine, goes down to 30 health and gets wall shot by Matthes right there. So red team have capped this one out first. So advantage red team, but we'll see if they can retain it here. As SynciNG is coming out the door, Matthes landing nice rockets to deny SynciNG, but SynciNG with the disrespect shotgun coming around the corner. Thomas going for the swords, drops the Uber to Vis. Unfortunate there from Thomas, could not swap weapons fast enough.
SynciNG with just such like accurate rockets, just bringing Matthes so low. Nothing he could do, couldn't dodge him, and now the players are separated. SynciNG gets the better end of that exchange with Matthes, and now Thomas scattering the spawns. It's not too devastating because they do have fast spawns, but they've got to get that Uber out of this. And I assume they're just going to try and go for a bomb onto the point. And it looks like
That's like a pause
right now. Yeah, I was like really worried I was timing out there because everything just went silent. But
yeah, everything just went...
I think they paused again. So we're probably just gonna like see where they paused like later on. So just talking about this real quick. SynciNG is doing a really good job of juggling Matthes off the point and like just removing that high ground advantage. And Matthes just can't seem to shake him off. Like SynciNG is really good at resurfing back onto it, back onto the nipple, and that's honestly like really telling of a lot of these fights, where SynciNG is just able to like stay up top and Matthes isn't. So Matthes needs to try and surf these rockets a little bit better. It's tough because SynciNG is shooting these rockets in a way that they're right in front of his feet, so when he surfs, he can't really do anything but go backwards,
Yeah.
which just makes it really hard to stay up top. But what I'd like to see them doing a little bit more, especially since they haven't had the point for a lot of the game, is like jump backwards and try and just avoid the spam and just get the arrows and then recommit with a high jump. Um, we, I mean, we might see more of that as it goes on, but at the moment, it's like a lot of it is going in SynciNG's favor just because he's getting those rockets perfectly placed to juggle them off, and then this is getting a lot of cleanup.
Yeah. I'm just doing some sort of ballistic predictions right now, but I can successfully say that this rocket is going absolutely fucking nowhere.
Um, yeah, that's pretty much just gonna land on the floor, nowhere near, nowhere near SynciNG. SynciNG's rocket is currently up in the skybox, so
Yeah,
you
looks like
know
that
that's
one's
anything.
it's gonna hit a
That's gonna
plane and maybe
it's
kill a
gonna hit the
seagull.
trees.
Yeah,
It's unfortunate.
it's
Rest in
unfortunate.
peace. Um,
We do have the big question: is Matthes going to force this?
uh, from what from what I can see at the moment,
He's on 98 health.
I mean, it's actually possible, right? Because look at where both SynciNG and Biss are positioned.
Yeah,
Basically, kind of opposite sides of the point. Like SynciNG is gonna have to like sort of walk over a bit or like surf something. Um, I assume Matthes has two rockets loaded, and it looks like he's like strafing right towards Vis. Like he's looking at him at the moment. And Vis is currently mid jump, so his jump might not be timed enough to surf the rocket from Matthes. So we might see Vis having to pop here if Matthes like gets the timing on his rocket, whilst Vis is just like ending his jump. But I mean, we'll have to see the scenario unfold.
oh, well, we'll see what happens here. But does this has done a very good job so far of not dropping Ubers? Um, apart
Mm.
from to Thomas.
I mean, he's
Uh,
also just done a very good job of like building them and keeping them as well.
yeah, because as
Like,
soon as he pops that Uber and they kill bind, he's instantly on to switch the mediguns.
basically, yeah,
And
like
then
he's always keeping
what
track of
what
what
do
they
they?
are. And
Mission
like,
ends in 30 seconds.
I mean, it's also just like Thomas isn't like alive enough to build those Ubers out as well. But it is also like it is also down to like this is like going for those Uber souls as well and getting them and then able to
Mission
like
ends in
duke
10
around and stay
seconds.
alive whilst SynciNG sort of like deals with the
5,
players for him
4,
so that he doesn't
3,
die and then
2,
keeps that Uber.
1.
Um, we are gonna have to see what happens when this Uber is removed because I feel like it'll probably be forced right here. Um,
It looks like it's in a position where it's going to get forced, since
yeah,
he is down in rocket death range, and Matthes is currently about to land on his forehead.
yeah, that
He's
big
about to
old forehead.
smack clean into his face.
Mm, very juicy.
Yeah.
Um, but we're just waiting for this game to unpause. I'm not sure what the problem was. Maybe someone like timed out. I mean, Tomaz does look like he's like stood still. I mean, this isn't actually the pause though. Like, this is just like
Well, we saw SynciNG earlier had a few issues with his net, so maybe the
I
same
think
problem.
Tomas might have been as well because he like had to restart. I think.
Yeah.
So
Currently, Matthes is riding a bike in the air.
Yeah, very nice. Look at those boxes.
It's the dream, dude. Every kid's dream.
That is actually like a pretty cool hat. I wish it wasn't Halloween,
Yeah.
like the box hat. I do like that. I don't know, like I feel like this is this is probably going Sinking Abyss's way. Because Matthes and Thomas just can't seem to find a foothold, like to get enough cap time to keep it even. So, like just in that respect, they're always on the back foot, always under pressure, and Sinking's just keeping it up, just keeping the flow of the game going.
Keeping it going, keeping it rolling, keeping it trucking.
Oh, it's quite some of these fights are quite intense though, I will say. There's a lot there was a lot of oh, just looking at the chat, and Matthes says Tomas is having shit nettle game. Okay. Oh, he
Constantly
doesn't even, and he
complaining.
doesn't know if, he's come back. Oh dear. Uh,
Oh dear. Default?
well, I mean, you can have a sub. I assume
Oh
you can
yeah.
have a merc as well. Like, I don't see why not. So he could just get like another player and then just keep playing, I suppose. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, I guess that's kind of rough when like a half of your team is having internet issues.
Yeah. When you put it like that, yeah.
like imagine how I was lagging out in those gully wash scrims, except it's half
Oh,
your
here
team.
we go.
Oh, and
Okay,
we're
so
back.
yeah, he
Yep,
does
it is
force.
forced.
There you go. This got
There we
smacked down
go.
to 30 HP there, so he did get forced. Good job from Matthes there. So the prediction was correct. He did force the Uber right there, but we are seeing them go back into it. Matthes has now bitten the dust. There is 0 seconds left on the clock for the blue team, so we should see how that resets itself within the next few minutes as soon as the game decides to stop shitting itself and actually play well with us today.
It'll catch up when like the actual like event of the pause happens in the STV, but
Yeah.
it should be in like 30 seconds or something.
Yeah, in a
But
few seconds time, so we should see that one take
yeah, there
place.
it is.
Oh, is this it, or
I
is
think
this another pause?
this better not be another pause.
This is another
No.
pause.
Oh god. Oh no. This is like,
God
this is
damn
the
it,
slowest,
Crockett!
this is the slowest Ultiduo game ever, but it's just pausing.
Don't worry, Miss. We
I'm
have
at
more
this.
filler content for you.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Alright, so who wins this fight between Matthes and SynciNG? Matthes, 100%. Look at his heels.
Yeah, and like if he was smart right here, he'd probably just shoot like 100 damage rocket down to Viz, just because like he's trying to block the point, get the medic weak, force the soldier to have to jump, and then just deal with that later.
Yeah, Thomas could just W into this right now.
He honestly could, and he probably will, because this isn't looking at him. Which means SynciNG will have to like react to that and call it. By which time Thomas will probably already be on him. SynciNG will either have to fight Matthes or Thomas. But either way, like his health is worse, so Matthes will just clean him up.
Yeah.
So it's not looking great for SynciNG, but it's Ultiduo and it's SynciNG Abyss. So let's see how they get out of this slippery situation.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough, to say the least.
This looks pretty. This
Okay,
looks.
here we
Oh,
go.
and here we are.
Oh, oh, come on!
Ooh, we're getting closer. That rocket is actually. That's going directly for Matthes. If he strafes to like the right a bit more, he'll like eat that rocket. I don't know how like. It's pretty
It's
inconsequential, I guess, but like.
pretty dead on there, I'd say.
I think Matthes needs to. Yeah, actually, yeah, that'll like hit his arm. Or like, yeah.
He might strafe.
I don't think that'll be.
If Matthes strafes right, then
Yeah. I don't think it will matter though. It shouldn't do. Because
Yeah, if
like,
he strafes, it's not gonna hit him unless he strafes.
because
you.
that's like a 60 to 80 damage rocket from like that
You
range.
could knock him off the point. He is in a weird spot right now.
It might.
Oh, it does hit him.
It hits him.
Yeah.
And
Oh, there you
SynciNG
go.
wins that fight.
He wins those.
Interesting.
Okay, and Thomas kill binds as well. So everyone is now frozen. Everyone's skating around the point. And we are seeing another fight take place. So interesting coming out here, and SynciNG kills Matthes immediately. SynciNG does not care if you're jumping him, and you are dead. So
I can't actually see the time, so I don't know how much time is left for SynciNG and Vis to defend this. But I assume it's not much. Which means Matthes and Thomas are really under pressure. And Thomas, they have the point. I get that you're trying to force the Uber, but just kill bind. Don't give him more. Oh,
okay,
this is
so
where the
there's
pause.
the call. There's the call for the pause. All right.
Yeah. Oh, and
5
5
minutes to
minutes
avoid.
have passed. There's a 5-minute limit on the pause, and Matthes is just left in spawn without a medic.
You can get any med you want in, and we allow. Quick, someone phone up Nox. Get him in here. Yeah, so the 5-minute pause limit was reached. So Matthes is left on his own in spawn
Interesting.
to try and fight against these two.
Oh, they got Seeds, so Seeds
they
is
got
now
Seeds.
connecting. Oh, they repaused, I think.
Okay, so that was the repause, and now they're okay. Now they're back. So we are now caught up. So SynciNG kills both of them, and Thomas did indeed come back. It looked like.
No, I think that's Seeds.
Is
It's
it
just the HUD doesn't update. Oh wait, the kill feed still.
It still
Is
says
it Thomas? I think Thomas is. Yeah, I guess it's Thomas then. He came back. I don't know. The
I don't know.
pauses
Oh
have
my
made this
God,
all so
SynciNG, what a
confusing,
rocket.
but there's the air shot.
I have no idea how long they've got left to cap out this point.
I don't
Well-
think it's very long because SynciNG has just been like crushing them basically.
SynciNG is
and
pounding
now,
them, yeah.
now Matthes and Thomas are going to be like pretty frustrated because of all of that pause malarkey. So yeah, I think at this point it's pretty comfortable to say that SynciNG and Vis will be advancing to the next round pretty much, unless Matthes and Thomas perform the miracle,
Well,
and that would be the start of it.
it is Seed since he has a Premiership gold medal for season 30, so
Oh,
I
so
don't
it is
think-
Seeds.
I don't think Thomas won Prem in season 30.
Okay, interesting. Well, let's see how Seeds shakes things up in this matchup then. Just another. Ooh, Matthes with the accurate rockets. SynciNG able to get his health back up on the floor. The health is not great for Matthes. He hasn't even got a
Okay,
buff,
there
but they
you go.
do have the Uber, which I obviously couldn't see because this game is terrible. But oh, and this gets caught out.
Somebody please fix STVs for us. We will give you all of the money in the world if you could fix our fucking STVs. As we have no idea how much longer they have left on the clock. But what
I'm
we
gonna
do know is
retry
that
real quick.
SynciNG is capping.
Okay, so there's 55 seconds left for SynciNG and Vis. So,
Oh, if we
and there's
retry, it'll
3
fix
minutes
it.
45 on the clock for Matthes and Seeds. Yeah, I retried. So,
Okay, I'm retrying as well.
so let's see. Matthes is currently got the high ground, hits an air shot, denies the high ground from SynciNG. The health's pretty even, but Seeds goes in and gets the kill on SynciNG, and Matthes cleans up Vis. So, if the comeback was to happen, now is the time. But they have a mountain to climb to not lose this game.
Yeah, they do indeed. Oh my God, SynciNG.
And that mountain is the form of SynciNG space raping them.
Don't worry, they've allowed any merc possible, so they allowed in a Premiership winning medic. So they may be having to fight against. Oh my God, SynciNG is taking a dump on Matthes'
Don't matter.
forehead right now. It doesn't matter. You're
Yep.
right.
Prem medics don't matter when your soldier doesn't fucking miss.
Yeah, what can you do against SynciNG, dude? This is just insane. So it does look like before. Well, actually, we'll just talk out how this one's gonna end. But SynciNG is getting shot kind of low around. Okay, they have Uber, so they popped out. That is that. Okay, that's it. I believe. Go on, SynciNG, finish him. There you go. He's dead. Okay, so.
Lovely.
Looks like the Chuckle Vision have been knocked into the lower bracket, and memes for the win will be moving on to the next round in the upper bracket. Whew, that was a great game.
That was a long one. That was a long game, mostly because of the pauses, but that felt like I was. It literally just felt like I was watching a best of 5 in like ETF2L. Like, felt like I was watching a Sixers game for how long that was going on. I don't know. It's just, I mean, SynciNG just had the upper hand that entire time. Like he's just like, again, just constantly spamming and constantly, you know, just keeping up that pressure. And like the amount of times he just denied Matthes from getting up top by air shotting him was pretty devastating. But overall, GG's to Vis and SynciNG, and bad luck, Chuckle Vision. They're still my dark horse. They could make it through the lower bracket. They could come back. I won't give up on them yet. But
Yeah, they did a really good job there in that game. I have actually got the logs, or a hold of the logs. So I will link them to you real quick, and then we can go over them.
wait, there were like 2 pauses, so the logs will probably be mad broken. Are they?
No, doesn't
They're
look like
not.
it. They look fine to me.
Oh, excellent. Let's have a look at these then. So
Right.
SynciNG absolutely destroying, but Matthes. I mean, Matthes taking more air shots, but like, wait, what? That's really weird. The DPM, doesn't the DPM look really low? It's probably because of the pause, I'd assume.
I don't know. I have no
But
idea. We've seen upwards of 1,000 DPM, so yeah, I think that's a little bit off. But 44 frags to SynciNG
yeah,
versus Matthes' 18.
yeah, and like even the healing as well. I mean, Thomas was like dying way more. Actually, no, like, I mean, Vista. Oh wait, Vis died 9 times in that whole. Like what? 9 deaths. That's pretty fucking. That's pretty
Nuts.
nuts.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I don't know how
Well,
that.
he didn't kill bind a lot, did he? He just sort of stayed out and was like, "Nah, I've got big balls. Watch me go," sort of thing.
I mean, he was all. Yeah, he was just chilling, I guess. But like, yeah, that's like a map. Like, I don't know. It was like. It was kind of the same for like both maps, where it was like it was really close at the beginning, and then SynciNG would just dominate for the rest of the map for like the next like 3 minutes of each round. Just would not let him cap. Would just, yeah, like, I mean, it's not the most surprising result. They will be going on to that upper bracket final where they play the result of Raptor +2 versus Crunch Esports, which, by the way, in that quarter final, Raptor +2 did win against Febreze. So my boys Nevo and Eames are in the lower bracket.
They appear to have smacked the competition.